The test of faith. You may be in a season where nothing works, where everything in your life doesn't make sense. You've done all you could, but now you're frustrated and you're dissatisfied with your life. You've even begun to doubt and question God. Why can't God save me? Well, what if it's a test of faith? What if God is testing your faith? But how do you survive this test? How do you go through this test? Well, let's find out in the video. Welcome back. If you're watching for the first time, my name is Fulfillment Obi and this is the Living Flames of Fire. Our main purpose is to help you grow spiritually and to take you deeper in the knowledge of Christ. So you want to consider subscribing to this channel so you get powerful video updates weekly, and when this video are released, you'll be the first to be notified. Nobody is exempted from the test of faith. Every believer must face it at some point in their life. But the mind-blowing fact is that God actually allows this test to hit us. It is part of His plan and purpose for our lives. But why? If there are no tests, how do we know that you truly have faith in God? How can you be trusted with greater responsibilities for the kingdom? How do we know if you are truly matured in faith if there are no tests? How do you know what you are capable of if there are no tests? So the test is God's way of grooming us for greater works. Now let's look at some biblical characters who were severely tested by God, who passed through the test of faith. Number one is Abraham. Abraham had to wait for about 80 to 100 years before he could have a son. And that season of his life, he was tested. He was tested. His patience was tested. His faith in God was tested. And the ultimate test of his life was when he was asked to sacrifice his son. Now, if Abraham could not have waited for God, he wouldn't have trusted God enough for him to provide the sacrifice when they went to the mountain. So Abraham was severely tested by God. Number two is Daniel. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den because he was caught praying to his God. But despite the opposition, despite everything, Daniel still stood his ground and put his faith in God. And he prayed and he was thrown into the lion's den, but God was faithful to rescue him. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were the Hebrew children who were severely tested. They were thrown into the fire because they refused to bow to the foreign god, to the image set up by the king of Babylon. But that did not stop them. They held on to their faith despite the opposition, despite the heat of the flames. They were ready to die for what they believe. Now, going to the New Testament, we have Peter, Luke chapter 21, verse 31 to 32, where Jesus was saying that the devil have seek to sift you as wheat, but I have prayed for you that your faith fail you not. Now, Peter was one of the persons that was severely tested. He denied his Lord. He denied Jesus. And when he realized, he began to cry. So Peter would have fell into the hands of the devil, but Christ prayed for him. He successfully passed through his seasons of testing. Now, what can we learn from those biblical characters we've just mentioned and looked at? Number one is that the greater the responsibility, the greater the test.
Amazing. Really, really amazing.
Number two is that there's always glory, beauty at the end of the test. There's always a promotion when you pass the test. So the essence of the test is the promotion that lies ahead, something greater. Jesus had to die. He had to go through what he had to go through because of the glory ahead, so that you and I can come into salvation. So there's always glory at the end of the test. Now, lastly, the greatest attack the enemy can launch on a believer's life is an attack on your faith. Once the devil has attacked your faith and you begin to doubt God, then there's this disconnection from heaven, because without faith, it will be impossible for you to receive from the throne of God. So life becomes more difficult. He will attack your life. He will make sure that everything in your life becomes so frustrating to the extent that you begin to doubt God. And when you lose your faith, then you begin to deteriorate spiritually. You lose your connections with the heaven, and life becomes so difficult for you to bear. And at the end end of the day, things keep getting worse till the devil finally destroys your life. So the greatest attack the enemy can launch on a believer's life is on your faith. Judas was attacked, his faith was attacked, but he failed. He refused to remember the words of Christ. Despite the warning, he refused to heed to the instruction, and at the end of the day, he hung himself, he killed himself, he committed suicide. That was because he lost his faith. So are you going to lose your faith? Will you allow the situation, the circumstances you are going through to have an effect in your faith? Will you allow the devil win by destroying and pulling down your faith? Now let's talk about how you can survive or pass the test of faith. Number one, understand that God is faithful in all seasons, in every season. He is not unfaithful. No matter what you are going through, God is faithful enough to see you through, to hold your hands, and to help you go through the storm. So if you don't understand the faithfulness of God, then you will not have the strength to go through those seasons of tests. You will not be able to pass through the test, and you may not survive the test. Number two is to trust the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3 verse 1 to 2 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. So if you don't trust the Lord, if you don't put your trust in the Lord, then you may not survive the test of faith. Because when you don't put your trust in God, you tend to look for other means to solve your own problem. You try other ways, and when they don't work, you become more frustrated. So the best thing is to do as a believer is to put your trust in Him. Don't depend on your understanding. Depend on God and what the Holy Spirit is saying. Number 3 is praying in the Spirit. Prayers in the Spirit can be very effective and very powerful. When you're going through the seasons of storm, you need the Holy Spirit to enable you, to comfort you. But if you are disconnected from the Spirit, then it becomes impossible for you to receive from the Holy Spirit. And prayer is one of the ways that you can use to connect with the spiritual. So when you are going through tough times, tough seasons in your life, then engage more with prayers in the Spirit. If you want to know more about prayer and how you can pray with fire, I did a video which I titled Praying with Fire, how you can effectively pray. The link of that video will be in the description below, and you can click on the YouTube card right here. Number 4, depend on the Holy Spirit. The advantage that we, the New Testament believer, have over the Old Testament is because of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is there to help, to guide, to comfort us, to help us go through our difficult seasons, our difficult moments in life. He's there to comfort us. So you have to depend on the Holy Spirit. Allow the Holy Spirit to carry you through those seasons. He will be the only one that understands your problem perfectly. You might explain what you're going through to others. They might not understand, they might not be able to grasp what you are going through, but the Holy Spirit perfectly understands the situations in your life, and He knows that you are going through a test of faith, and He is the only person that will be able to help you through those difficult seasons. Number 5, understand that it is nothing but a test, and every test have an end. Yes, what you're going through is not going to last forever. It's just a test of faith. There's not two ways about it. So when you have this understanding, then you'll be able to strive, push through, you'll be relentless, you won't give up, and you will be able to get to the other side and receive your reward. But now the question is, how do you know if your faith is being tested, or if you are being attacked by the devil, by the enemy, or if the enemy is targeting your life? Well, that is a video for another day. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn it on the screen by clicking on the bell icon. So when that video is out, you will be the first to be notified. So I'm going to pray for you now. I pray that the Lord will help you go through the test of faith, that your faith will not fail you not when you are in the seasons of your test. This is the end of this video. I hope you have learned something very powerful, something life-changing. If you did, make sure you like the video and share the video to your friends, your family, and to everyone you believe will benefit from this video. Don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section below. You can talk about what you're going through and how God has been faithful, so you can encourage others who are also going through the test of faith. Thank you once again for watching this video. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video.